Hello everyone, welcome back to Week 8 Power Rankings for the Dirk in a Box Fantasy Basketball League that you are all in, and I am in as well. And it was quite a weird week with NBA Cup. Lots of players playing like a single game or, having other games just show up midway through the week. So, yeah, a lot of games were super low scoring, and you had Colby going just like absolutely insane, which all is very odd. So, for that reason, we don't actually have any changes this week on the Dirk in a Box power ranking. No ups, no downs, no drops for some losses, no rises for some wins. All very stagnant here this week due to it being a funky week. But we might as well get in and show you a couple of the good and the bad players from this week, even if they only played one game. Here on Jackson's team, you took a loss. Doesn't really matter. Jaren Jackson played bad in a game, but he just had a really good game, so whatever. Pajemski played pretty poorly, only averaging 24.8. But you did big games from Anthony Edwards, though he only played one, and Trey Murphy. I think they played 3 times, but 48-5. And you had a big bounce back week from Paulo and a couple of your other guys. Obviously, no Paulo down here anymore. We like that. Well, it's still Jaren Jackson, but he had a good game, so we'll see if we can get your top picks off of your worst performers for once ever. Next, we had our second highest scorer of the week take a loss because he had to play Colby, and Colby's team went crazy, wacky bonky. Jalen Johnson continues to be your best player. He's insane. We'll see how he holds up once Trae Young comes back, but we got a lot of movement on this team with my team. Some big names for some big names. So we're going to have to see how things shake out. But Jalen Johnson and I guess Embiid, if he stays healthy, can really lead you to some big score. Hopefully a dub or 2 when you don't face the top scorer. Oops. A little sneak peek right there. Worst performers, Vucci Mane. He's fallen back down to earth ever since his real hot start. And the Bulls are now sucking, which means I think there's a chance we could see Vucci Mane traded, potentially. Otherwise, he might be somewhere around this mark. I think he'll do better than 30, but not a good week this week. We got Reed Shepherd, 23-5. He started there for a little bit. Now he's come back down. Not playing as well. But young guard, he'll figure it out. Our GOAT of the week, a perfect efficiency along with insane games from Nurkic, of course, obviously. Nurkic putting up the 60 in his one game. Sengun had played pretty well. I mean, like 2 guys averaging under 20. It was just a real funky week. You also had Westbrook go off for 81, of course. Well done, Colby. good week. I don't know who you play this week, but hopefully you can keep the streak alive. Ryan here, you lost to Carter. You had a nice bounce back week from LeBron, even though it did hurt Luka's output this week, as he is not one of your top two this week. But Keontae George is an animal. He is taken a huge step that no one could have predicted except for the great basketball mind that is Ryan. And he's put up 70.5. Wowza. Somehow, I mean, like, even with like two guys averaging great numbers and Luka, who was just below them, still took a loss. It was an odd week, everyone. But what's not odd is Miles Turner out here averaging 14.5. Miles Turner sucks. I don't know what's going on with his team. The whole Bucks team just seems kind of flat, and he really doesn't fit. Like, he's just not putting up shots. He's not putting up effort, not getting blocks. Yikes. We got wannabe Canadian LeBron. Oh wait, whatever. Don't matter. It's Canadian Jordan, isn't it? Or is it? I don't remember. Whatever. It's Aaron Wiggins, wannabe Andrew Wiggins. I think it was Canadian Jordan. What was his nickname? I don't remember. He sucks, so whatever. 9.5. Thunder team. Blah. Yeah. Role player on the Thunder team. They'll do good when people are out, but no one's out, so yeah. GOAT simulation here, Simon. Big dub. Your two top players were obviously Miles Bridges and Desmond Bane. God, look how short his arms are right there. Like, that photo looks photoshopped. But it's real. He has short baby arms. Miles Bridges, worst performance, Nimish Keita, and Jaime Jaquez Jr., who's kind of fallen off a cliff. We got me. Same two guys, Anthony Davis and the big meow. Davis really cooking right now for me. 66.5. But on the other side, someone not cooking is Zach LaVine. Bro's either hurt or averaging 18.3. Yep. Elijah here. With the Syndrome Accusation Squad, who barely lost to Simon. Simon had some nice little cheeky pickup and drops, some stream-ins that got him the dub. Inch for inch, Jalen Brunson, the short guy over there, he barely sees you. He's so short. Inch for inch, the shortest, best. He balled. 58-8, multiple games this week. They're going to the NBA Cup. Yeah. He was locked in. Brandon Ingram also balling. 57.5. The Raptors team without Barrett right now. So he gets to take a lot more shots, and he makes a lot of shots. Your worst performers, we got Sadiq Bey, 31.9. It's the Pelicans. They just got Zion back. That's his spot to lose. And Hartenstein, again, Thunder role player. Everyone's back. He drops. People are out. He pops off. Performative B-ball team. Carter, obviously you got the horse guy, you got the Chef Wardell Curry, and you got Anthony Simons though, so no need to worry. Got the dub. God's chosen people here. Mitchell, up to 5-3 with about I think 6 other people. Got the W against Jackson. The Dyson vacuum cleaner Daniels put a 53.5. That's nice. Denny Avdia 49.5. That's nice. Dylan Brooks 21.2. Not very nice. Grayson Allen 30. Not very nice. Awesome. We got Aaron. I take down your win streak on this funky little week we had here. Oh, I just see I didn't put the points for the main event. It was like 50 something. He balled. It's not that important this week. Yeah. Probably could have beaten me. But obviously it was weird. So you're still at the number 1 spot. Still 6-2 with only. Is anyone else 6-2? Oh, I thought maybe Jackson was. No, everyone's 5-3. I forgot. Mobley, main event, ballin'. Peyton Pritchard, that guy right there, Peyton Pritchard, obviously. And we got Jaden McDaniels. So much emotion there. Bad. But everyone else good. Other big performers. I don't know whose team these guys are on, but you know, if you got them, shout out to you. Con Knipple, 53.3. Shout out to Westbrook on Colby's team. I know that. He had an 81.5 game. It's pretty tough. Classic Westbrook. Take every rebound and assist. Brandon Miller. Coming back. Looking like Brandon Miller. Yo, why you kind of looking like Brandon Miller? Dairy Queen, 49.9 with the 77.5 fantasy point game. We had some nice bounce back weeks from Jar Moran. 48.5 off that injury. Looking pretty sweet. We had the chicken, Cedric Coward. After being pretty inefficient, lacking a lot of defensive stats, he had a nice little 48 fantasy week. Not too bad. And then Marvin Bagley. Alex Sarr's been out, and he's taken that opportunity. Put up 47. Someone picked him up. He was on the waiver wire, or not the waiver wire, he's just a free agent for a couple days. Glad to see someone picked him up right as his value is diminishing. But good for you. We love that. Yeah. When is it not the horse guy? Obviously, the horse guy is the GOAT. We should just make it like horse of the week. Because it's him. It's always him. Hey, it's me, it's horse guy. Hey. He would love to be a horse. Week 8 complete. Hope you enjoyed the NBA Cup week. It was pretty sweet. We had a lot of really spicy games, including that awesome Wembanyama return game against the Thunder. Hope you caught it, even if you're not a basketball enjoyer. Maybe check out the highlights, because it was pretty freaking awesome. Don't forget your IR spots. So you may have some guys getting healthy that are sitting in your IR spot. Take the time to swap them out of there. That would be nice. Now you have a player back. And sub in your players so you don't miss games. Obviously, this week, a lot of players played only one game. So if you missed out one game and it was huge, that's rough. Alrighty. That's week 8. Back to a much more normal week. A lot of games on towards the end of the week. I think we have none tonight. So, of course, any other suggestions for the rankings, you can message me. That's me right there, sitting at the computer with my Charlotte Hornets jersey on. I was smiling the entire time with my teeth out. Good luck. Week 9. Have fun. Should be a banger week. Let teams. Me personally, done with the trades for right now. I'm gonna let the team settle, let the dust settle. There was a lot of movement, a lot of dust in the air. So we're gonna see what's what on the teams. You know, I'm always down to trade. If you got a spicy offer for me, though, I'll be around. But anyways, let's enjoy week 9. Get out there and get at 'em. Dirk in a basketball. Let's go. Let's ride.